11th, 2021. Just meditating, honestly, on the rug, on the floor. I'm walking and then I'm meditating about the situation. I'm thinking there's the symbology, because I did a video earlier about yellow being painted on some structure in the local Bayside station, but it's encroaching and it has this weird design that makes absolutely no sense logically. Like, what, they took half a square away. It seems like an SOB kind of a thing to do, because it's not a place, like, you're taking it away from the moving traffic of the pedestrians. It doesn't, it's an obstruction, and a narrowing of something that does, I mean, it's not like there's a benefit. They're just, I feel, whatever. But it's painted yellow. Then I'm thinking we're in this blue state, which is whatever. There are people that have yellow stars that appreciate red things. Some yellow stars are deathly afraid of red things. And then there's a whole other section of flag squares I've never even gazed upon. Not my area of expertise. While I've just been here in a low ISBN count. So then it reminds me of the fact that there's so many symbols that have been presented over my life that mean absolutely nothing to me. I mean, they might have a correlation, or like I can say what they were here, but they might not be the same elsewhere. It's a non-essential fact at the moment, because everything feels so like colostomy, like a stoma, like a ilectomy. It's like a, and I mean, I don't like to see animals or humans hurt. I'm not a big fan. However, like elective, like, I don't know, whatever. I'm not going there. But what is interesting is the colon, and I went to get a picture of a colon, except it looks like, for somebody who's never been in surgery awake, it looks on a 3D image of contrast when they made it an bright orange color that I just checked. I don't know where it belongs, but it looks almost like a snake. The tail, the rattle of the snake at the bottom where the anus and rectum are, and then it goes up, and then the head. So the colon apparently is another word for the large intestine. It's spelled COLON. Then I'm thinking, in my lifetime, on the television, not often, but there was mention of somebody called a colon. His first name was Colon, spelled exactly the same, sounded out exactly the same in the New York area on the television. When they showed him, he was dressed in some, I don't know, stately fashion of sorts. I just don't know what state. Then I'm thinking, when I was out in front of the Yellow Star cabana thing that the locals are building, and there was something that said epoch time. Those are the symbols I'm able to read in my sound system, my Ekola. Echo, ECCO, I saw was Denmark, was something important there. No idea what the relation is, but I saw somebody carrying a bag that had Echo ECCO on it. I don't know anything about the correlation there. It's unbeknownst to me because nobody's spoken on it. So there is a correlation between that, and then the characters that I write, the block, 26 figure or letters or figures that I write from A all the way to Z, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z. It has an alpha. It's called alphabet. That's what they've always called it when they taught it in school from when I was a child. Problem is the last three letters is BET, and here, while there was something called a colon that I've never met, and there's a colostomy bag, which is called a STOMA as a second, and it says company lost. Oh my! For the what happened. Yeah, you lost your kids somewhere in New York. They grew something called a BET. They call that bet. We try not to gamble on one another's lives at Silver and Nickel Guard. I understand that that's where we have some issue and we disagree at Colon Guard with my Silver Nickel Guard. I don't know who allowed this bet to ensue. I don't know what it was over. I don't know why it's grown unbeknownst and in some derelict fashion. I don't know why it persists and lives on and continues. They've done some horrible things while they are here. I have not seen anything to dote over. The environment and climate is now in a heather pixelation where the pixels and the waves are just ripping apart the human anatomy at diatomic and omicron level. So it makes it really easy to find out who was to blame. And they have a very large group gathering called Black Entertainment. They call themselves BET, Black Entertainment, something or other. I don't know what the T stands for. And they used to be a music station on the television when I was little. We had MTV, and then there was a featured station with low grade or low budget music artists. I knew it was there. I just didn't watch much of it. And so I really didn't watch TV period, but I did watch. I tried to just sample the MTV crowd, figure out what other humans my size were doing while I was home in Linden Lewis, just by myself. And so that bet, that word bet, is a problem, BET, because they do betting at horse tracks, casinos, at sports games, all sorts of things. And then that leads into a more scary network of sports booking and large caliber new wealth class that has grown and calls itself an American. I just not quite sure what centric they're revolved around, since it seems to be a little difficult to tell at the moment, since I'm still here. And the most important thing for Silverface with a nickel with face and the whatever that I need in Silver Guard and Nickel Guard, it's just, I'm not quite sure what this New York City is built on, based on the fact that it was some kind of bet, and I didn't partake in this bet. It's just grown secretly and dangerously, and I know people know about it. I just don't know who's involved and at what level. So I'm keeping a distance because I still have merit things, MERIT, to get to at a special, I don't know, do you call it a date? The date that we never got to enjoy thoroughly and permanently, which is at a planetary level of importance, which is why when I speak ground cover, I know high orbit they must be growing rather tired of me, and I get that, but I don't know how to explain ground cover to my betrothed or the one that I lock in with at high orbit as his ground cover piece at the moment, to explain what I've seen in my own words as presumed. There's something today, for some reason, I just kept getting something about presumed dead. I don't know what that's all about either. But I did tell them when they tried to hand me, the front of the quarter changed and the back of the quarter changed. When they tried to hand it to me today, or yesterday, I did refuse it when I knew what to look for, and that they had even gone that far, or somebody was trying. The point of entry of circulation, I found one at Rite Aid. I looked today, I bought bagels for Nucha and myself. The gentleman, though, gave me the correct quarter. So it's not all of Bayside, but I found one which calls itself Rite Aid, but it's definitely not. It has changed since I was a teenager here. Star 1978, Star 8378, Nicole Cataruza. It's Earth, Solar System, Milky Way, Universe, Galaxy is broken. And it's Bayside Station, Bayside, New York, 11361.